Welcome back to Chat Lab. I'm Evan.
And I'm Ethan. This is the podcast where thoughts are tested.
Today we're going to be talking about us as parents dealing with our kids dealing with technology. Is that good?
Yeah, mainly just focused around the idea of them being exposed to screens at a young age and how much they should have of it, blah, 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 blah. You get the idea.
And how
But
personally
first-
we would deal with that situation.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was a question. I understood the brief.
But first, how was your week?
My week is pretty boring. I've done nothing. I'm not in college yet. I played games. I watched YouTube. I had a ridiculous sleep schedule.
You're nearing the end now, aren't you? You start college on Monday.
Yeah, 5 days. Not too bad. Well, 4 days technically. Yeah, I'm indifferent. The only thing I'm not excited about is having to learn all the codes for the modules again, because I got them down to a T. I knew which one was which without the name, and I have to relearn them. I don't really care about anything else, honestly. College was fine last semester. Don't think it's going to be too different, really.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
I just really wasn't bothered this semester.
What do you mean?
Couldn't be arsed. I don't know. I was really dreading going back to college, but not in a way of like, oh, I feel like I won't be able to keep up or fail. I just felt like, fuck, I don't want to do this. Not that I don't want to do the course, just I couldn't be arsed.
It's probably because you put in so much effort last semester that this one's like, ugh, okay.
I gotta do it again? Yeah.
Yeah. Because you were pretty much consistently on top of everything. And then some. So
yeah, and the sad reality is I have to do all that again but this time to actually keep on top, not to stay ahead like I was doing. To keep on top, the workload this semester is crazy. I just got my project. Bro. I can talk about that in a minute, but it's stressful, man. I'm not even started really.
Yeah.
Stressful.
I don't really know what the whole, work schedule is going to look like for me, like with the whole, assessments and assignments and stuff, but it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, last semester was pretty okay for a good while. I was able to keep on top of it.
I'd hope so. It's your first semester ever, so.
Yeah, but then when it came into like exam / assignment due date like season, it got really tough because there were so many things I was trying to balance.
Yeah. You can really see how you can breeze through college, but then like when you do exams and like exam week comes up, you're like, oh, I should have been learning the whole time. It's not that like that was exactly your issue. It's just like if you had done a lot of study throughout the entire year, you probably would have had a bit less to do.
Well, what it actually was it was the assignments that were like weighing me down, and I couldn't put them away until they were done, and I had like an exam in 2 days type thing, and I still hadn't yet finished. So it was that kind of like, if I don't put this away, it will not be done. I'd rather like, cram study for this test than not get this finished. So it was that kind of like I had to weigh my losses there. But it all worked out okay, I think.
Did you get your results yet?
No, they're out 25th of January at like 10:30 a.m. or something.
Oh wow, so you like no, because we're getting ours this week. That's what we know.
Yeah. But to be fair as well, I mean, we were told by some lecturers that some of the things won't be done for another while because, like, obviously the programming project is massive and there's a lot to go through. So she said that won't be done till like February or something.
Wow. Yeah, I can guarantee you. She's putting it on the long finger a little bit. To not great. So when did you submit that?
December 30th, I think, or no, November 30th. No.
Start of December, right?
November 30th, I think.
Yeah, because she kind of having you on, giving you what, two full months without a result.
Well, we also we got results for like the little stuff we'd done for her, but it was just the project itself, because she obviously sure she has the years to record or to correct. She's a couple of years, and then there's 150 of us, and I would imagine it would take quite a while, and she wouldn't want to burn herself out.
Oh
really.
wait, that was an individual project, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
So it's
Okay.
100.
I
It's 150.
redact my statement. I thought that was like the 7-person one for some reason.
Oh no, that was. Turns out actually
like-
there's only 4 of us. I think there was 5, but then I accidentally had an extra guy in the WhatsApp group for some reason. I don't know why I put him there. I thought he was in my group.
Just chilling.
So he never said a word, I don't think.
He's the professional vibe checker. The group
So
chat.
I think it was only 4. It could have been 5, but I'm fairly sure it was 4 in the end. No, it was 5. I think we had 6, but it was actually 5. But I think we did have one of the bigger groups, to be fair. So, but yeah, so we had enough time to get that done. We finished that, and then we got the result back for that quite quickly. I think we got like 80 or something. That was
Nice.
that was the one where he said we didn't really sort out the whole delivery side of it, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, because you had warned me. You need to figure out a way to get these things delivered.
Yeah, it wasn't even I was like, you should get it done. I was just like curious. I was like, so what are you gonna do for it? Like,
yeah, and then I was like,
fully
oh.
what's the word?
Compartmentalized.
Yeah, because you fully did that with your own part. You were like, let's not worry about anything else. Which rightfully you shouldn't have to, but things happen.
I didn't even write it in though. That's the thing. I completely forgot. It slipped my mind. But it's okay, because like we still got 80. Max we would have gotten with that in would have been like 90. I don't think we would have done much better.
Yeah, and once you get above 70, you're kind of just
Yeah.
playing around with yourself, really. Like,
not really, but yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. Do you have a different grade system or something?
No, it was the way you said that, man.
Oh right, okay. I thought you were actually going to come at me about grades.
Whoosh.
Yeah, because I think we went over. I don't know.
The individual.
Actually, when you get your results, your official results, you'll probably know then exactly how it goes.
Yeah, the individual assignment I think we did for that guy as well. I don't think we had that back yet. All the stuff we did for another lecturer never gave it to us. Never gave it back. He just didn't want to give us anything for some reason, when everyone else was giving us results. I got all of my stats stuff back. I got everything but the programming project back for programming. I got all of marketing back except one. I'm probably gonna get that on the 25th. And I think, what else did I have? I have no idea what even I had anymore.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah, I got most of them back anyway.
So we use Moodle for like all our class resources and stuff, and on there's a grades feature. So 2 out of my 6 modules I've actually gotten my final grade back for.
Oh.
So for networking I got 84.5. Which I'm pretty happy with.
Yeah.
The project was like 59 or something, so I think I wrote too much or something. I don't really mind. That guy was a bit of a statement of a person, to be honest.
Okay.
And for object-oriented programming, I got 94.
Oh.
Yeah, so Connor can shove it up his, because I was like, I definitely got above 90, and he was like trying to like ground me, and I was like, no, I'm confident in myself. let me have it. Okay, I feel like I did well. And he was like, I don't know, bro, we'll see. And I was like, I guess we saw, huh?
I guess we saw, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I think this semester will go okay. I think I do need to be a bit more on top of everything this time though, because last time I wasn't really. I was like, because I was going through phases of being like addicted to games, like certain games, and I wouldn't want to like stop, type thing. I'd rather play than like bother wasting my time studying for something, even though it's like a month away. I'm like, why bother study for it now? I'd rather play this game today.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to stay on top of like going to every single lecture, because some of them I don't need to go to, or it's just the same stuff being rehashed and I don't need to hear it.
But how's your headspace now for when it comes to gaming, I guess?
I'm
You
not.
reckon you're gonna fall into the same traps, or
I don't know, because I don't have my PS4 with me, so I don't know how addicted I am to COD right now. I do really want to get back and play it, but I don't think I'm gonna be as bad, because like the game had like just come out in November,
yeah, that's true.
and it was like November, December, when all the like assignments were given and due dates were given and exam dates were given. So I was a bit obsessed.
Say the least.
What do you mean? I wasn't like that bad. But the thing is as well is that I could play for a bit and then I'll like need a break, so I'll like watch YouTube instead of like study.
Yeah.
Like my break.
It's like you need a mental break that you normally do if you were studying, but you're also doing that for gaming now, and it's like, oh well.
Yeah, exactly. I might still be in the same situation, but I'm gonna try to make it not affect my college work as much, if you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, I think my best tip for you is to really focus on separating your work and leisure life.
How do you mean?
Like what I've been doing, but like not like I mean, like I use different school accounts. I don't play games until I have mostly everything done for the day, kind of thing. Like you should definitely like obviously prioritize your mental health and stuff, but you should probably also completely try and separate, because like I don't know, maybe there was like a day where you just like be in between a class and you're just like, I'll just play a few games of COD or something.
Yeah.
Whereas like you
that's pretty
probably
much
revised over something, and that could have made all the difference for just how you felt in general, because I'm sure you didn't feel too great knowing you could be revising instead of going yeah.
Well, I didn't really mind that much, but it was the thought when it was leading up to it, like, okay, I really have to put my foot down, and
yeah,
like there could be.
Well, the fun thing is, if you start studying that month before, you'll never actually have to put your foot down.
Yeah, but it was like there's like little to no time for gaming right now, but then I'd still try to fit it in, because like for my mental health type thing, like if I
you're
needed
really
a break,
weighing on the excuse there, like
no, let me finish the sentence. If I needed a break from college work, if I was studying as well, like I would play COD or a game. So then, but then if I need a break from that, usually I watch YouTube. So it's kind of like it's like a snowball effect kind of thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do go back, and if I have a class, I might like legitimately listen, and might do work after. If I get a small assignment or something to do, like chances are I'll do it anyway. And I do get the work done. And my results aren't poor, really. They're actually
no one's saying that. I'm just saying.
But I'm saying the fact that my results are still okay for what I'm doing. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it probably isn't great that I have to cram every time.
It's also probably not going to get much better the more semesters you go into college.
Yeah, true.
Like basically what I'm saying is, yeah, mostly anybody in first year can play games as basically a part-time job and do college. But the further you go in, I'm not sure about every course, but usually I'd say there's kind of a progression where you have to do less and less of your actual life and more of college. And then, hey, you graduate, get a job or whatever, and then boom, you can go back to having a part-time job gaming.
I'd imagine going into second year and stuff, that those rules wouldn't really apply anymore.
Yeah.
But
that's only what I was getting at. Like,
yeah, I mean, there are a couple subjects where I'm naturally bad at them, so I kind of get a bit of a pass on those. Like if I get a bad result and it's statistics or something, it's like, hey, but I still passed, didn't I? With pretty much flying colors, or like not flying colors but colors. Because like it wasn't like, oh, I got 80. It was like, oh, I got 50. Still passed though, didn't I? You know, because it's
like I have a module where this teacher kind of, or lecturer, I guess, just kind of grades you, more or less what he wants. So it's in between 60 to 80. So when I get his result, it's not gonna mean anything to me unless it's actually a high one, like a high end of his one. I'll be like, huh, what did I do to impress him? But yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying that like I still passed. So you know, when it comes to subjects like that, anything really math related, it's like if you do well enough to pass, you know, you're fine. Kind of. If you know what I mean, like you're not in the dirt just yet. Another thing that saved pretty much everyone in the module, I would say, or like everybody in my class, I don't know, was the fact that in our first one, we all got like, well, majority of us, because I don't know, some people might have gotten lower, of us got like really high results. Like I got like 87.5 in the first one, right? And I was like, well chuffed. I was like, oh yeah. Second exam we went in, everybody afterwards was like, that was so much harder. And I was like, it was. It actually
Were
really
they flattening
was.
the curve?
I don't know, but then and we gave out to him as well. Like we actually made a complaint because he would give us like example questions and then like
a lot easier.
Just to like help us understand what could be on the test. He said they're not. He said they're not an exhaustive list or something. It's not a copy of what's going to be on the test. He says that every time. But
the type of questions should be covered, I think.
Yeah, but there would be like one type of question with a couple of varieties in it, and then when you get to the exam, it's like not that at all. Not to mention they add a load of confusing context that aren't in the sample questions, so it's like extra hard to like understand.
Yeah, the confusing context I understand, but like I don't think the questions should be fundamentally different. That's a whole different story.
Yeah, so we made a complaint, and then the next time he made a bigger list with more, questions that were similar. Still didn't really work out though, because everybody was still like, they were nothing alike. There were some questions that weren't even on the sample questions. So it became a kind of a thing.
Some lecturers are just bad somehow, I guess.
Yeah, I really don't know. But because I had that first one, and I was getting passes the rest of the way, and we had an Excel project, I think I'm gonna end up passing either way.
I love a good Excel project.
I don't know how I did in that. We still haven't gotten that back, but like I think it was like I think I only needed like 10% or something on the last exam we had to be able to pass.
Yeah.
Or like 5% or something.
I love knowing that.
Because I was like, even if I completely fail, I'm still gonna pass the module. So I was like, I'm okay. And then I've got the Excel project, which should be higher, which will boost it up again, even more.
Yeah.
So I was like, we're fine. I love the comfort though of doing something that like you're bad at, so you only need to pass, because it just gives you a bit more comfort than like striving to be the best. Like I couldn't do that. In some subjects it comes a little bit naturally. Some I need to put in a good amount of work, but it's not too much to where I'm basically learning it from scratch, because if I was to do maths, it's going to be very tough, especially when I'm trying to teach myself, because he doesn't teach us.
Yeah, maths is something you just kind of either naturally get the hand of, or you need a lot of help with, I guess. Yeah,
so that's why I kind of have a bit of comfort in the fact that I don't need to necessarily, win. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Get a victory royale on the maths exam.
Yeah. But I do feel though that like at least even so I feel the comfort from that, but I don't really feel the comfort from the fact that I don't know anything at all at the same time. So
yeah,
it's a bittersweet type of feeling, but we'll see how the next one goes.
Yeah. Right now, I'm actually hoping that my GPA is going to be higher. It's going to get pulled up from this semester. or last semester, should I say? Because I think my GPA as it stands is 81,
Yeah.
81 point something, or 80 point something. It's whatever around there. I'm actually hoping it gets point up just a couple percent. Just because I feel like, I don't know, they were relatively easy modules, I guess, and it wasn't like they were easy. It was just I'm better than I was last semester, so I feel like I did better. I feel like
Wait,
I've
are you talking
improved.
about like last semester you were really good?
So in semester 2, because I'm in semester 4 now.
Wait. Are you
This
going
is what the
like
way it works.
are you going like first year semester 2?
Yeah, which is semester 2, and then last semester was semester 3. This is semester 4.
Is that how college works?
Yeah,
Is it just yours?
I don't know, but it's easy. It's easier to track it that way.
I'm fairly sure mine's.
Because if you go like year 1, sem 2, it's just a bit of a mouthful. So sem 4 is kind of nice.
I think mine's year 1, sem 1 and 2, year 2, sem 1
None
and
of
2.
the lecturers reference it that way. It's just I saw it somewhere, like in the college, like not in the college, but like on some college document somewhere.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, go ahead. So
Yeah,
semester 2.
so in like semester 2, I felt like it was a big learning curve in terms of everything. So after I practiced over the summer and done some Gucci shit, I feel like going into semester 3, I was actually a lot more well able than I was in sem 2. So that I actually think I did a lot better.
Well,
And
it seems that way.
in this semester, I think semester 4, I think I'm going to, I don't know, do worse than semester 3, but hopefully like just a little bit worse, because it's going to be harder. And if I can do better or the same or better is going to be my goal. But yeah, like for example, I literally just got an assignment today that's 55% of one of my modules. It's the term assignment, like,
Yeah.
and I have to design a substantial web application written in PHP using an MVC design pattern.
Yeah.
Basically,
I
gotta write.
I got all
app.
of that.
Yeah, basically, I gotta write an app. It's a web app. It's an app that uses your browser. Basically, I gotta make a website with a database and stuff. So I gotta be able to store stuff, retrieve stuff, kind of things like that.
Like logins.
Do you know how Facebook works?
What do you mean? I'm
like
a middle-aged
Facebook,
woman.
you can sign in, you can register, you can sign out, you can post things.
Yeah, so like login data and like posting and sending data.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff? Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I basically, first thing I'm going to do anyway is do a login and registration for like customers.
Are you remaking Facebook?
No, but like as in the way Facebook works is it pulls data from its database to display to you.
Why don't you remake Facebook?
Because it's not really what I go for.
Are you doing that
I want
fitness thing?
Yeah. So
oh, that's that one. Oh, cool.
Yeah, so just for the record for the podcast, I'm gonna make a fitness app that allows you to randomize a custom workout, cardio workout for you, and then you can save that to your library.
If you like it.
Yeah, and you can view other workouts. Or an idea I came up with today, well, I didn't come up with, I got told basically, was a good idea would be when you choose to save a workout, you can have an option to make it public. So then when you go into your, like, if someone else is to go into the library of workouts, there's like a user saved section, and you can go in there and see what users have saved and what they like.
You could also do like a feed.
Yeah, so, basically.
You said you were gonna add friends as well, maybe, if you have enough time.
Yeah,
because if you
probably not, because it's a lot. Like,
if you could add friends, you could like add a feed for when a friend of yours saves a workout.
Yeah, Basically, yeah. I mean,
forgot
it's
to- I
probably
think
not the hardest
You
thing
forgot
to
to
do,
mention as well, by the way, that you were planning on having like pre-done workouts like set.
yeah,
weren't you?
in the library.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
just saying because I know you mentioned about the save library, but not the like pre-done workouts.
Yeah, and then I was also thinking of using some like API to, and I can get like a calorie calculator for you, or a BMI calculator.
And who was the
Something like
genius that came up with the name?
I'm not even sure if I want to go with it, but it was you.
Why don't you want to go with it, man?
I don't know.
Explain.
I also need to make a logo for it, I think.
Explain to the fellers.
Basically, I wanted to call it HIIT Fitness, HIIT being HIIT, high intensity interval training, and Evan had the bomb idea of calling it HITness.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah. I'll send you your paycheck.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Could also do the logo if you want. You can outsource.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking of ideas.
But yeah, that's one of my things that I got today. That's going to be a lot. Yeah. Anyway, one of my other projects I have to do, we may actually get to pick our own groups.
That would be nice.
Just because of COVID.
Yeah.
Like the way it works, so we don't get actual face-to-face time, so we can just do it with who we interact with most on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So if that works, I literally have one less project to worry about. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, because if I have two other teammates that I can rely on, I basically don't have a project, and neither do they.
Yeah.
Because projects usually work with someone doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, so that will be useful, alright, actually.
Yeah, I had a test today, actually.
Oh.
I think I fucking smashed it, man.
Good.
I was done like half an hour early, but I just sat there because you can't really leave an online test early.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You just can't, like, I don't know, like, basically I sat there, and then when it was done, the deadline ended, so the upload link was closed for like the project files. Then he went through and made sure everyone had uploaded. But like, if I was done at 12, like, I couldn't have uploaded anyway.
So why didn't you like just do something else?
Well, because like, I don't know, like I was browsing Reddit, yeah, like it's not like I was sit there in silence. It's just,
Okay. At least you were doing it, yeah. Because I was like, why don't you just like watch YouTube or something?
Yeah.
Browsing Reddit, pretty much the same thing, yeah. As in like for entertainment wise.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah.
If you're all chilling with the whole college stuff, let's get into us being dads.
Yeah.
Not yet, but calm down.
Ooh.
So yeah, we probably have similar ideas.
Do you want to know where the idea stems from?
Where?
This conversation. I was watching
Where?
TikTok today. Now I've had this conversation with
I think
Julia,
I saw this one
like several times.
Yeah.
Just like, Jesus, a child should never have never be a tablet zombie, I guess, stored. But there was this TikTok, and this girl was like, as Gen Zs, we should, I hope we're all declaring to never give our children an iPad. And then someone stitched it and was like, she was like born in 1995 or whatever. She wasn't claimed to be Gen Z, like, but she just stitched it, said she's born in 95, and she was like, children today don't know what it's like to be bored.
Well, they do, but it's fake bored. Like, when I'm bored, I'm not bored. I have plenty of stuff I could watch and play and do.
No, yeah, but when I'm saying bored, I'm referring to bored. Like,
yeah, like that's what I mean.
What it actually is.
Yeah, not fake bored. Like, legitimately, like nothing.
So that means that they've never been alone with their own thoughts, really. So there's a lot of stuff to go into that. But what were you going to say anyway?
I was just gonna say that I feel like we probably have similar enough views on it.
I'd hope so. Yeah, I'd hate if you were like, oh man, just give them a tablet. They shut up. Like,
I don't have my ideas like figured out completely, obviously, because there's no need to yet. But I do have a fair idea as to what I would go for. Like,
Yeah.
a rough template, I guess you could call it.
I just kind of reinforce the idea in my head when I see a little kid with a tablet. I'm like, oh god, that's not gonna happen. It's not when I just see them with a tablet though. You kind of see the behavior behind it and stuff,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
So I think when it comes to kids, TV is okay. But I'm not going to be that parent that's like
I agree.
30 minutes a day type thing. Like, no, you can.
No, absolutely not.
If you want to rot your brains out in front of the TV, sure. At least you're not like zoned in on a tablet. I don't mind.
Yeah, do you know what, right? Just the way generations are going, okay, I think we were I don't want to say we were the last generation because that means Gen Z was the last generation. It wasn't. Because it was, but it wasn't. Because, like, at the very end of Gen Z, like, the younger people, the younger people, were basically tablet zombies as well. They're victim of it. We weren't because tablets didn't exist.
And if they did,
at least not at that age,
they were pretty bad.
And then when tablets first came out, they were an iPad, and that was like the flagship tablet. And I remember being 12, and I had a Kindle Fire. That's what I had at my disposal. What was the word? At my disposal. That's what I had at my disposal.
I will say, though, I did get my first phone when I was 6.
Wow.
But...
a first touchscreen phone as well?
No.
I'll say, like, I was definitely victim to it more so than, like, someone, let's say, like, your brother. That's how many old you? 6
Yeah, he didn't get a phone
until
he was, like, 12.
Yeah.
But the reason why was because, you know those Fireflies? Do you remember them?
Yeah, I had one.
So I got a Firefly, by the way, for anybody wondering. It's like basically a phone where you can only call like 3 numbers. Like,
I think it's like the parents, the authorities,
and that's it.
I think that's
literally
it, actually.
Each parent and the authorities, and then that's it. That's all you could do. No games, no texts, obviously no internet.
Do you know what? When I got that phone, I felt so cool.
I got it, right?
I got a phone.
When we got it, it didn't work. We couldn't get it to work. So my mom was like, "Here, just have this." I think it was like an old Walkman phone. It was orange and white, mostly white.
Sony Ericsson.
Like, no, it was white. It was white with like orange accents, and it was one of the ones where you swiped it up.
Yeah.
Swipe up keyboard thing.
No, I definitely had like a lot of phones at a young age.
Yeah, but I mean, I only really used it to contact my parents and play that bubble shooting game, but it wasn't like I was addicted to it. I will say,
you know what?
What?
I think it's a very valid point to make here. I think it's because YouTube wasn't developed at all. I think that's why we weren't tablet zombies, yet we had disposable technology like an iPod Touch or a really shitty Android phone that could play shooting the apple on the man's head. Whatever.
Oh man, do you remember what was
like,
that game? Oh my god, there were so many good games I used to play on like my first touchscreen. Horrible phone, but like I just remember all the games. They're so good.
Like
probably
Temple
really boring
Run,
now. Though.
Jetpack Joyride, man.
Well, I'll say those are a bit newer. I'm talking about like the very start where I started playing games. It was like pretty bad games, but they were really fun. Oh, remember what was it, like Doodle Jump or something?
Oh man, that was a banger.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like that is like nostalgia. But yeah. So I would have that phone, but I only really used it to contact my parents. I don't even think I had friends' numbers or anything. Like, because I would.
No.
I was literally just like, you know, when are you coming home, or will you get this in the shop, or whatever it may be. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong because I was only 6. I probably didn't have. I probably didn't care.
Man,
but you never know.
Get the milk, we're out.
Yeah, ma'am. I will say, I lived on Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney. That was like my jam, and I think that is completely fine. If my kid wants to watch Cartoon
it's like
Network
it's weird to compare the two, right? So basically, I think children are the way they are today because YouTube is developed. Back when we were their age, YouTube had literal videos of random things. Like, I'm talking not even before Thrift Shop Macklemore came out. Like, just random obscure. It wasn't mainstream at all, really.
Yeah.
So there was no source of content, especially not for children. So that's where we had TV. And it sounds funny to compare the two. Like, they seem similar. Like, it's constant content.
See, the thing is, TV is a bit more social, I feel. Like you
Yeah,
could sit down with your kid and watch a show. You can't really sit down with your kid and watch an iPad, watch them play games, watch
yeah,
videos
because
that are like super annoying. At least TV shows are kind of
what would
funny.
happen if like you could get like, I don't know, somehow get like a TV station on a tablet and put headphones on the child and give it to that? Like that would not be the same thing, but
No, it's the fact that it's a big screen that everybody can look at and you're all enjoying it together. There's no zoning in on something. I think that's a
yeah.
big iPad thing where like you give it to the kid because they will literally glue their eyes to it. Whereas a
But I
TV,
also,
like
yeah,
TV's a bit different. They can snap out a bit quicker. Because I never glued myself to a TV screen. I will say, maybe a bit strange from a normal family. I don't know, but I was gaming very early. Playing like COD very early. Didn't really have any impact on me, like, you know, those, oh, it causes violence. I'm not a violent person, so I don't know. But I actually think games are okay too. I think as long as it's on a big screen and they're not zoned in like on it. I think it's just the tablet / phone where they're constantly looking down and
I
they're
also
just
just
stuck.
think it's the type of content that the kids get to watch in combination with being isolated.
Mobile games and YouTube, pretty bad combination there. Yeah,
But I just think that the YouTube content, even when it's kid friendly, is so brain dead. Like,
yeah,
I'm not
like
saying
that's what I was saying.
that.
At least cartoons can be funny, and they can be actually interesting. Whereas, like, I don't want to watch someone mess with slime for 20 minutes because they're trying to get the ad revenue.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is, like, if you let your child watch Slime for 20 minutes, or if you let them watch Johnny Test for 20 minutes,
Johnny Test,
not,
yes.
It's not that one's going to become an intellectual and one isn't. It's just that one actually gets stimulated somewhat more. Like they don't learn English, but they get more English, especially like it's language.
It'll probably
And,
develop them a bit
like,
better anyway, because all you're
like,
hearing
how
is
it if you let a child watch Slime all day and just random, and you'd see it, there's just compilations where literally they fit as much random mainstream jargon and memes that they can into one video, and then the child just goes around reciting it. I'm like, how do you let your child develop like that?
I don't really hear the reciting all that often, but I do see like kids just like literally glued to a screen where they're like, oh my god, guys, now guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna put this slime in this container. And it's like, okay, but would you not rather watch Johnny Test where that fat ugly guy gets killed every time, or whatever it was? I can't remember.
Yeah. What it makes me cringe though is sometimes I see TikTok. Okay, ironically, okay. But I watch these TikToks where this teacher would like recite half a TikTok sound, and then all these little kids would play it back. That's why I said ironically, because I'm cringing at the fact that all these kids know about TikToks, even though I watched this on a TikTok. But it's like, I don't know, I feel like
it's pretty sad.
I don't really know how young they are, because if they're in like, I'm not even going to try and do any other schooling system. If they're in like 5th, 6th class, I actually think it's okay. Because in 5th and 6th class, at least for me, I was watching Jacksepticeye all day. And I turned out fine.
Yeah, so. Same.
I think like at that age, you're not developed, and I don't think I should have been exposed to it. But at the same time, it's not the worst. Like,
I think,
because my only concern with this, because I think I can be very solid with like enforcing these principles upon a child, right? But I think the hardest thing to deal with is, what it seems to be, is when they grow older and their friends have parents that are fucking like hollowheads that let them have an iPad since they were like 4 months old. They're absolutely glued to the screen. They get to hear about all their other friends that have all these other things that are obviously ruining the child.
Yeah.
But then, like, how can I ensure my child isn't left out for trying to develop as a normal person? Like,
yeah,
because it can be very mentally taxing on them.
I was just about to get into it. It's like even older children now, like when I'm talking like anywhere between 9 and 11 or 12, right? If you don't give them a touchscreen phone where they can download Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, your kid's gonna be depressed effectively because everybody's gonna be conversing and you're gonna be left out because you don't have that, like, you don't have the same thing as everybody else, and it can be pretty bad. We argued about who had the best gel pens. They're gonna be like, you don't have a phone? Like, it's just kind of like,
I have no idea how to go about solving that.
like,
It's not something I should definitely worry about in my short term, but
I
it's
would
like,
I would definitely try to keep my child from having like a mobile phone, like smartphone. Like, I can give him a normal phone when they're younger to contact me, no problem. Like, if they want a flip phone, I'll get them a flip phone or a really bad smartphone. But I don't want them to have like, or like with no internet or something. I don't know. Like, I would be afraid of having a young child, like a young child, on social media, like a lot.
yeah, it's like you think, oh, it's bad for their mental health if they're not if they don't have a phone because all the children are like acting different around them. But like, if they have a phone, they're probably just gonna get just as bad.
Yeah, and it wasn't as bad when we were young because like everybody had kind of a phone at that stage, but it wasn't like, you don't have a phone, whereas now it's kind of like it would mostly be really bad.
Yeah, I mean, like I had Snapchat in sixth class, but like I didn't
Same,
keep
yeah.
streaks. I left like everyone on red. I left everyone on delivered. Like I never checked Snap. I check Snap like once every 4 weeks.
And it's the worry that there's a couple of kids that like are worse than that. You know, they're bad for it. They're bad for being constantly on it. They're bad for doing bad things on social media because they don't know any better. And it's like that kind of worry. But I suppose that's more of like a further thing. I think in terms of like children, like smaller kids, babies, I probably won't want them watching, like, babies now. Like, I'm talking about like 0 to 2. I probably don't want them watching TV all day.
I think our best, well, not ours, but like the best bet is to get that child have a friend that has parents that also feel the same way you do.
Yeah.
So they have some sort of support bubble.
Well, I will say, I had a couple of friends where their screen time was limited. They didn't have social media. So, you know,
No, what I'm saying is it's the influence on the child. Like, I'm sure they felt like, oh, Evan's so cool. He's such a cool life. He doesn't have like limited social media time or whatever. He's like, as in you lived a less strict life, and I'm sure that kind of made that child just a bit more resentful of their parents for the.
I will say both
of
the two people I'm thinking of turned out to be rebels. So, like, rebels as in opposed to what their parents would want them to be, I think, or like what their ideal for their child would be. So I think you might be right on that one, because it didn't really turn out well for either of them. Not that it didn't turn out well, but it just didn't. They didn't become their parents' ideal. So I think there's a level of like of discipline and, you know, letting them off the hook sometimes where you just like,
but I just think it's like you need to be like almost like as a friend to them. Like they need to learn that early.
Yeah,
they can tell you anything kind of thing.
Yeah,
they'll obviously lose touch of that sometime, but
I wouldn't be the kind of parent to like go through my child's phone.
No.
But I would like,
unless it was needed. Sometimes it's needed.
Yeah, it's needed if there's something going on, like, you know.
Yeah.
If there's something that you've been told about externally, and you have to, it's kind of like, you know how like therapists. But I wouldn't
routinely do it.
You know how like therapists can't say anything unless X, Y, and Z are out of the case. It's kind of similar. It's like, unless X, Y, and Z are the case, as a parent, I will want to check this. But
yeah,
I don't.
Even then, I wouldn't make them tell me their password. I'd just make them put it in for me.
Yeah,
I feel like they should have that sense of privacy. But like, if I need to see it, I'm going to ask, and you're going to have to show me. It's just I won't be able to randomly check it, like, and that's security, like.
Yeah, like, no, I would never like break into my child's phone. I would be like, I need to check your phone. Put in the password. I don't want to know it. It's your privacy. But I do. ironic, but I do need to check your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as well though, like when it comes to like the whole iPad thing,
Yeah, we kind of
yeah,
tangented there.
that's bad. I keep forgetting to say this. That's bad physically because they're looking down constantly.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I
that's
know
morphing your child's spine to always look down.
It depends. It depends because you're seeing it as now someone sitting in a chair and they're looking down, whereas some children they have it on the desk and they're sitting up straight because they're too small to sit on the chair, or like they're lying. Like another one, like they'd be lying down holding the phone up, kind of thing. You know, like.
But most of the ones I do see
us, like.
are on the lap, holding it either side, looking down. That's mostly what I see when I see a kid with a tablet or a phone, and it, like, I just don't think it would work out well.
I just think, like, even let's say you accidentally somehow, I don't know, you accidentally let your child be a fucking tablet zombie till they're like 5 years old. How do you reverse the damage? I'm sure you can.
Just get them
the damage being by the way is the absolute dopamine destruction you've done to them, because they are addicted to these things. We're all addicted to them, but like you don't give a child crack. You know what I mean? Like they can get very, very, very addicted to things, and very bad because they're not in control of their emotions. So they get very like, that's why you hear children going like like fucking screaming for their YouTube or whatever because they didn't get it the first 30 seconds of waking up.
Maybe but maybe if you just give them an alternative, put YouTube on the TV, give them an Xbox, let them do it that way, because then at least they're not like zoned in on something. They're not focused directly on something that's right in front of them. They're kind of more aware. I think that's a big thing, is like the awareness to not become.
But I guess
zombie,
sometimes you'd notice that it's not just being zoned in. It's also they need to learn about like limitations and restrictions, because it's not just that the parents give them the iPad, it's that they give them the iPad all day long.
Yeah, that is obviously
constantly being fed with dopamine, and that's almost a different problem on its own. Like that's an addiction problem, and you need to treat that. You can't just treat it with like if you're addicted to smoking cigarettes, you can't just give yourself an alternative. You kind of, at some stage or another, if you want to be the best for your health, like you gotta kind of go cold turkey. Not cold turkey, but you gotta start cutting it down.
Well, I mean, if you started them on TV and consoles, right? You said from 12 until dinner you can do what you want. Take a break at lunch.
Yeah, but I guess this also stems back to how a child should be bored at certain times in their life.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if children nowadays experience the same playing as we did. Because I would go outside, even though I had the Xbox and all that and the TV, I would go outside and pretend to shoot lightning from my hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that still happens nowadays, which is kind of a bit depressing to me, because like I would love to go back to that simpler time where I was in the back garden. Like, that was bliss. You didn't realize, but that was bliss. And like I don't know if kids are doing the same. I mean, they're probably doing a little bit, but like, I mean, like from early, like you get home from school and you go straight out and you stay out there until the streetlights come on. Like, I don't think people do that anymore. You know, they'll go out for like an hour and then they'll go back inside on their tablet or their Xbox or something. Which, it's like...
But it's also like, let's say you're going on a car ride somewhere. They should be left alone with their thoughts at some stage. Like, do you ever remember just being in a car ride and like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like I got a lot of stimulus in a car as a child. Like, I think at one stage we had one of those, those DVD players, but they strap to the
Oh
back
yeah, I had a DVD player.
Yeah.
I don't think it's strapped, but I do remember having one.
I
Oh
think
my
we got a strap,
god,
but
bro.
DVD player. So like you'd have those, but some days you wouldn't.
You just threw me back. That's crazy.
Yeah, so some days you wouldn't have that, right?
Oh my god.
And then you kind of had to deal with not having that. Like you had to watch
mad.
the rain go down the
you'd
go
be
down the window.
so bored, and then you'd fall asleep.
Yeah, but you were bored, and that's good because I feel like when people like young kids now, when they hear something in one ear out the other, I think it's like nothing gets retained, really.
Yeah.
I'm really scared for the future generation, man. Terrified. Like I don't know how that's gonna affect us. Like I don't know how what they do, because they're gonna become doctors, they're gonna become nurses, lawyers. How the fuck?
Well,
I don't know.
I will say this much.
I guess
right?
not all kids are like that. So
I will say this much. Me and you didn't have the perfect no technology bring up, and we're still fine.
yeah, but I think it's also true that the whole iPad thing from a young age could actually be fundamentally damaging to a child.
From the ages of like 2 up, or even 0 up, then yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It can get dangerous at that stage because that's all they know.
But even if you had TV, you'd be bored, because YouTube, you can just find a new video. I know we can still find ourselves bored on YouTube, but it's a lot harder than on a TV, because if your programs aren't on, tough shit, like.
Yeah, you have to watch something else instead for a while.
If you timed your Saturday morning wrong and the cartoon came on that you don't like, get fucking used to it, buddy. Like, like
yeah,
I don't know, but like nowadays it's just like, and it's even worse with TikTok, man. Cause
but I will say this much: if the family is able, there's like 100. There's like a load of cartoons pre-recorded that you can just on demand watch, like Sky on demand and stuff.
Oh, cool.
So that might still suck.
Yeah, I know, but like the child does not have to know about that.
Yeah, true. And it's not every family, I'd imagine. So
yeah,
we're all good. Yeah, TikTok and stuff. Like I don't understand how little kids could be on TikTok.
It's not just like because of what's on there, because obviously your content is adapted to your demographic, right?
I mean, I will say sometimes I get some
up.
random stuff that I'm not interested in.
Oh yeah, no, that's the algorithm trying to see if you'd like to try something new.
Yeah.
Like I was randomly scrolling through music and LSD and all this stuff, and then I got houseplants, and I was like, what? why did I get houseplants?
I will say,
get it now because I said it, but
I think I had a Facebook account when I was 7.
I didn't. That's actually something I wasn't allowed until I was like 11 or 12.
But I only had it for the fish game.
I got it for the do you know the one where you build your own restaurant or something?
Yeah.
Farmville.
I wasn't a big fan of Farmville, but I loved the fish game, and that's the only reason
it's
why.
partly my mother's fault, because she loved Farmville. She played it all the time, and I wanted to play it. And I just eventually.
Yeah. But yeah, that's as far as I went with that. But like TikTok now, like TikTok.
No, but that's bad for everyone, I think. Obviously, fundamentally for a child, it's terrible. But like,
yeah, I mean,
it's so bad for us, man. Our attention spans are like.
It's worse. It's worse for
it depends
a kid,
what you do, though.
It's much worse for a kid because
I actually watch a lot of long form content on there. Not long form, because long form would be like streaming, but I watch a lot of like not really snappy content. Like, as in, I watch stuff that I have to watch the whole minute. I know minute, right? But I have to watch the whole minute to get to the point. Or like sometimes they upload like 3 minutes long. You can edit them now to do that.
Saw that.
You can like edit the hex code. Did you see it?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I was like, "There's no way," and then I sat through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's even worse when the kids are making videos.
You think? I don't know. kind of like, obviously depends on what videos they're making, but I think, I liked making YouTube videos at a very young age. I thought it was like a creative outlet.
Yeah, but these aren't
TikTok's a lot less effort, yeah.
these aren't creative. They're just kids using really weird sounds. Like there's a couple of sounds that are like loads of people are like, oh my god, this sound, haha, because it sounds sexual or something. And then loads of people are like, look at the sound, and you look at the sound. There's like 5 kids that have used the sound. And it's
they
like,
just don't understand, is it?
It's like, okay, they might.
I think there was a kindergarten or something in that TikTok I was watching, and one of them was like, "Can I get a hoya?" But like they don't get it.
No,
obviously.
No, no. He actually said, "Can I get a hoya?"
Yeah, then the other kid was like, hoya! I'm not joking.
Okay, yeah, we have a serious problem. A serious problem on our hands.
This is pandemic 2. TikTok.
Oh, Siri wanted to talk.
I think we just gotta move to India, man.
Why?
TikTok's banned in India, man.
Okay, we'll move to India.
They'll try to be like, can I have TikTok? I'd be like, huh? Go on, find it. You can have it then. No, it's NordVPN or something.
Yeah, because no one your kid will learn about VPNs. Huh?
I'll allow it. If they figure out a VPN works to get TikTok, I'll allow it.
Like, while you're at it, why don't you follow the podcast there, son?
You're not my dad. For some reason, the way he said son made it sound like that son wasn't actually my son. Like, why don't you follow the podcast there, son?
Son.
I guess.
Son. I think basically what it is that there's a balance between, okay, Siri, I'm not trying to talk to you, stop. Basically, right? There's a balance between giving a child enough time to where they're socially inept, right?
Not socially inept, yes.
But they're not socially inept, but giving them enough discipline to where they don't get addicted, and their attention span doesn't become that of a goldfish. That's memory. Same thing. Technically, your attention span resets when your memory does. Huh?
Let that prefrontal cortex develop.
Yeah, like I think there's definitely a balance needed. I don't think it's one way or another. Like, I wouldn't be a parent that would be like, here's a tablet, you're 1 month old, stop screaming. And I wouldn't be a parent that would be like, you only have 30 minutes a day.
It also depends on all their...
Yeah.
What's scary though is, like, we're not parents now, right? When we are parents, things might be vastly different to how they are now, and we're just gonna have to fucking wing it. Like, what if they come out with some new, like, microchip injection fucking proton technology, and they can watch stuff in their eyes? Like, how am I gonna take their eyeballs off them? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but to be honest, I say TikTok won't be around by then.
I'm hoping things like Snapchat won't be around by then. I think TikTok might be here to stay unless they make some big changes.
I think Snapchat's here to stay, man.
I don't know why you don't think TikTok's not here to stay.
'Cause Vine died.
But TikTok isn't like that.
What you mean?
It's like, it built off the foundation of Vine, but it's very much like a housing of different communities.
Well, yeah,
Vine was very like, haha, this is funny, or like, here's my bedroom.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's short things. It's
that's what I said, build off the foundation, but like,
short.
A minute long is, you can get a lot more across in a minute than 6 seconds.
Yeah, like, I think it's possible for it to last longer, but I don't know if it's going to be lasting until we're parents and beyond. Like, when our kids would be using TikTok, so like, that's an extra year or an extra couple of years after that.
Is that the only social media you think won't make it?
I think Facebook might just become like only parents type thing. It's not going to be.
It already is.
It is, but there's still some like younger people using it. Weirdos, yeah, weirdos only use that. Um, I don't know. I think Instagram is okay because there's nothing really like it.
Nothing really like TikTok either.
Yeah, but there was Instagram, if you know what I mean. Or not was. There was Vine.
I don't know why you're comparing the two though. I get that they can be similar, but like they're actually very different platforms.
The only difference is the community.
No, but like and the community is the whole thing.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
amount of different communities.
Because of the foundation, I don't think it will last long.
Weird.
I don't know. It's just Vine didn't do well. I'm taking a bet. Sue me.
I guess. Yeah, I might have to.
But Snapchat, I think, is here to stay for another while. Definitely till we're parents, I'd say. Maybe not in another while. Instagram, I'd say, would stay. I don't know. I don't know.
I just love for a new app to like knock one off the pillars. Here, I'll give you this compromise. I think TikTok will last until something similar to it beats it. I don't think it will fail and we'll be left with nothing. Because there was a great period where Vine died, and I guess musically it was TikTok, but it wasn't like a thing.
I don't. Yeah.
I think TikTok will only be gone once it's defeated. I don't think it's going to go bankrupt / lose all its followers unless all the followers move.
Yeah, but
somewhere better.
I think it would be very hard for it to get overtaken. That's one thing. I don't think it would be overtaken, but I just think it's going to become like that was so yesterday type thing.
I don't know. It depends.
Like Facebook.
It very, very, very much depends on what the company does. Because if the company comes out, right?
No, wait. I'm talking about Facebook, right? Compared to Facebook. Facebook isn't dead, but it's mostly parents. So I'm saying TikTok might...
If you think TikTok's going to become that, then that's not what you were saying at all.
No, but I'm saying it's not going to be around as in it's not going to be a problem for us as parents.
Oh. You said it's going to like basically end up like Vine.
Well, I said because of the foundation, I'm betting on it going down a bad road, but not necessarily shutting down.
Oh, okay. That's different.
Like, not like we're done type thing, but more so maybe that was so yesterday. Maybe now there's a different group of people on it and it's not a cool thing anymore, or it's just not cool. You know what I mean?
I think TikTok could lose its like the majority of its followers if it came out with like, I don't know, if somehow music labels got the word that TikTok existed and they fucking were like DMCA strikes on TikTok. Could you imagine?
Yeah, you can't really do that.
But they can, and they do. Like, not on TikTok, but like they've worked their way through everything.
Yeah, but I feel like TikTok's a very hard one to do that with.
The way the copyright system is so fucking flawed, man. They could make so much more money if they like did it differently, but it's just a bunch of owl fellas that don't really know what the internet is running it. So it just takes one new fella to go in and be like, "Listen, lads, I make you a load of money," and they go on, and he does it, and everyone's happy.
A load of money.
A rake of cash.
Give us our weekly dose of life advice. I'm itching on the edge of my seat.
Okay. So, let's say, here's the scenario, all right? Picture this. Close your eyes. Okay.
No.
Close your eyes. Okay. Your power goes.
What?
How did you know? You couldn't have known. Your eyes are closed. Anyway, your power goes, right? And you're like,
okay, you got me there.
Your power goes, and you're like, I wonder if that was my line or just me. My what was it?
Breaker.
Yeah, my breaker blow kind of thing, whatever. So instead of like going out, and, like, gawking around, looking through your window, just go into your settings app, check your Wi-Fi networks, right? If there isn't any, chances are your neighbors are gone as well, unless you live near Amish people.
Yeah, so the life pro tip is if your power goes, a lot. Make sure you're not living next to Amish people.
Thank you, and good night.
Yeah, that's the summary, effectively. Yeah, just check your network signals or whatever, the Wi-Fi or check that. If there's nothing else, then you're chilling, because that means it's gonna be fixed a lot quicker. Chances are, because if yours is gone, you have to call someone and be like, "Yo, my power's gone only." Also, it's probably worth knowing your neighbors so that you know if they have a generator or not.
Nah.
Because I think one of mine does.
That's so not fair. They should totally get rid of that generator.
It's either a generator or they're on the line below and not on our line for some reason.
It would low-key be sad though if you were like I mean, it's a different story now because we're all working from home. But like, let's say pre-corona or post-corona, whatever, where you can only need Wi-Fi for like leisure. Imagine you had like a generator set up so it didn't go when your electricity went. It'd be kind of sad. Unless you really needed it.
I don't think it's just for the internet, but
yeah,
it's
but like if that was a priority plug on it, like.
Well, no, it's for the electricity, not for the Wi-Fi.
This guy on Reddit begged to differ, man. He said
that
specifically his internet setup. I know it's your neighbor.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
but this guy was.
Either way, they don't have a generator. Actually, we are all on the same line. We're on a hill. We're all on the same line. Bar one.
Are you Amish?
No, bar one, who was on the line just down the road, like at the bottom of our hill. For some reason, they're on that line. We're all on our own line.
Oh, funny.
So apparently, I don't know.
What? Where were you going with that?
Apparently, I was wrong. They don't have a generator, and I wouldn't if I spotted their Wi-Fi network, I'd be wrong. Funny enough,
kept going, and you were like, apparently.
Funny enough,
I don't know.
Funny enough, I do have a neighbor called Fanny.
Yeah, so I was referencing.
Yeah, she's not. She's not actually called Fanny.
She is, man. I know her. We go way back.
Oh, do you?
Me and Fan Dog.
You and Fan Dog. Okay.
Fan. Oh, wham. Yeah, the names differ. You know, just call it whatever flows.
Okay, this has just become a waffling sesh, so we're gonna wrap it up.
Hear that, Joe Weller? We're coming for you.
And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Peace.